Today's video comes from the lead attorney. If you want to see the full video, I have the link below in the description, and that way you can check out his full broadcast. On his channel, they have a lot of conversations, just like the one we're about to get into right now. Before we get started with this video, I want to send a special shout out to Harrison G. Thank you, Harrison, for all that you do, as well as all of the supporters for this channel. I want to let you know I see what you're doing, I appreciate what you're doing, and it's like we're all working together to get this message out. If you are not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and smash that button right now, along with the notification bell and all, to make sure that you're getting all of the notifications. If you're new, include new subscriber in your comment below, and I'm going to try my best to get back to all of you. So on this video, you have a woman talking to the lead attorney about her experience with marriage and divorce. Let's go ahead and get into it.
All right. So what's your take on this? You know, we were talking about B. Flexen's, I think that's his name. I forgot his name. Flexen's situation. We were talking about whether there should be no fault divorce or fault divorce. We were also talking about, should there even be marriages today? Kind of what's your take on some of these issues?
Well, I mean, I love marriage. I've done it a few times. So, that's my thing,
A few times.
And I hate to say, in my younger day, I used to see it as a sport. I got married for sports. I did get married for the wrong reasons because a lot of women, they don't know how to, cash in on a marriage. But I had the formula, so I did it for fun.
Wow. Okay, wait. What is the formula for cashing in on a marriage? Doing marriages for fun.
Not cashing in per se, but getting a high value man and getting them to the altar. A lot of women don't know how to do that.
Did you catch all that? She said marriage was a sport. She would get into marriages with men as a sport. It was a game she was playing. And this woman was saying that a lot of women don't know the game of how to fool a high value man and cash in on the divorce. I've said this so many times. You have a lot of the women trying to level up. You have them gravitating towards the spaces where the high value men are because they're looking for advice from the men on how to fool them. I told you about the so-called level up queens. She's a perfect example of what I've been talking about the whole time.
Especially if you're a professional, because a lot of times as professional women, we lead with our education instead of leading with our hearts or with our, sexuality in a way. So a lot of women, they cannot get married to the man they want. And so, I kind of figure out the formula for it. I can teach y'all that want me to, but that'll be another service. One thing is with marriages, when you look to marry someone, you also want to see them as someone you can possibly divorce. And in a positive way.
Wow, wait. Say that again.
When you get married to someone, you want to see them as someone you're able to divorce. As in, you don't want to get married to an and he's going, there's going to through a divorce. Rape you, I meant to say, through a divorce. You want to get someone that kind of where their heart is, where their mind is. So if things should go left, you don't have to worry about turning into a vicious kind of person, even though things do happen. But yes, all of the husbands I married, I kind of figured it would be easy to divorce because I knew they were decent men to begin with.
You see, she targeted nice guys or men that she thought she could easily get over on. I say it all the time. A lot of these women looking for marriage that are unqualified for marriage, for whatever reason that disqualifies them, they are looking for suckers. Before she even considered being with them, she was already thinking about the marriage and the divorce. She never had good intentions. On top of that, she was promoting that she's starting a YouTube channel, and I'm assuming that she's willing to teach this to other women. You see, a lot of you're about to get played. You have not fully vetted the person that you're dealing with. You may have a chameleon on your hand. And then some of you've already been fooled, and she's waiting for the perfect time to finish out her plan. She's telling women that she's figured out the formula to divorce R-word men and get over on them.
Wow. So then you saw them and then you sized them up as to how difficult or easy they would be to get divorced. And that was that was one of the criterions that you used for this marriage. It was kind of a sport that you're saying?
I mean, well, at the beginning, I mean, because like I said, I mean, to be honest, as Black women, it is hard to get married, period, but to a good man.
You know why it's hard? Because Black women, they're always playing games. Men don't want to marry women in 2021 because of the games they saw women her age taking men through in the 90s and the early 2000s. It's these old 304s that learned how to take advantage of the system, and that had a great impact on how the younger generations see marriage. It's these older women that created this culture. I'm talking about some of the baby boomers and Generation X. They have successfully programmed the millennials and the zennials to find the best sucker they could get. And their game is to get as much as possible while putting out and giving as little as possible. That is the game that they have been playing.
I mean, I'm not bragging because there's nothing to brag about, but I've done it more than twice, but less than 10 times. I just put it like that. So,
So, okay.
And there's nothing to be proud of. There's nothing to be proud of.
Why do you say that it's hard to get married to a good Black man?
Just because of just people in general aren't what we're supposed to be. We don't have substance. We're just not built forward tough like we used to. We just don't have any foundation like we used to back in the day. So just that's with men and women. So especially with men, y'all just have options, and especially Black men, y'all just want to explore all the options. Y'all really, in my opinion, don't feel like y'all looking for the right thing when it comes to marriage. Y'all just
wait. You're saying that Black men don't look for the right thing in terms of marriage, but 3 minutes ago you said that you got married for sport?
Right, yes. I'm not saying, I mean, what? I'm wrong too. What's your point?
Well, I guess that was the point, I suppose, right? It's like
I mean, they're wrong. We all wrong, yeah. So, I mean, what? I keep it real. So the foundation isn't there. Just men just love to y'all just want to exercise your options, and it's the same with women too, who know they are in control of themselves and they know the effect they have on people. So it goes both ways.
All right, so let's take his comment seriously for a second, though. What does a man have to do to avoid a woman like you? A woman that's not going to marry him for sport.
You know why it's so funny? Because they are Cruellas. This is why I call women like this Cruella.
That was in my younger day. I just wanted to see if I could do it. I mean, you just have to have some level of discernment. Like, you have to just really, and with women, you really can't know. You cannot know. These men, they had no clue. I have no clue. It's just, you just can't. You just can't.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, because if a woman is loving you right, if a woman is cooking for you, she cool with you. She's not trying to always, find out where you are and stuff, because she got her own stuff. You can't do nothing with that. You're too busy being happy and being, depleted to think about anything else. If you know what I mean by depleted.
I'm depleted. Okay, so Manosphere Mana says, so were they wrong for marrying you? Did they make a mistake?
No, they were very happy.
Even though you married them for sport.
Wrong why? I mean, we had a good time.
Okay, so if you have a good time in a marriage that the other person is viewing as a sport, then it's all fair game?
I guess so. But I'm not. But that's a sport about, right? You win, you lose, right? You're supposed to size up your opponent and get to the point where you're supposed to be the victor, correct?
Wow, I have never heard a woman speak so Machiavellian about marriage. This is interesting.
That was back in my younger day. I mean, that was like 2 years ago. But now
she said 2 years ago. She said 2 years ago.
No, seriously, because I do want to settle down. I do want a good, quality person. I'm getting older, so I need to calm down. I get that. And I take, myself for granted on, in my relationships. I do get that. And for y'all men who there was a guy who was talking about how, just don't get married, just have a good girlfriend. Y'all don't think about that crap when y'all old and y'all need someone to wipe y'all butts for y'all when y'all not old and can't take care of yourself. So y'all need to think about that. That's what a good woman is for. We're gonna be the ones that clean y'all up from a healthcare professional standpoint.
Interesting. I'm not sure a woman would clean us up if they only married us for sport, to be honest.
Exactly, lead attorney. A man is going to need a woman there to help him, but it sure won't be a woman like her. She won't be there. She's going to deal with most of his resources. And then she said something about she wanted to settle down. Yet she's gone through multiple divorces. She said more than 2, but less than 10. And now that she's old, she's talking about settling down. But this woman, she's been married at least 3 times already. She's had multiple husbands. And she's telling you how she played them all and won the game. And by the way, there is a way to spot out these chameleons. They think they're smart when they're hiding in plain sight. They might be able to get over on some suckers, but a lot of us can point them out. The worst part of it all, she has absolutely no remorse. She played these men and she says, yeah, I was wrong and so what? That's the attitude. Like, what's your point? We had a good time. I want to thank TLA for getting through that. He has a way of making them feel comfortable and just telling the truth. And I'm also happy that she was honest about what she did. This woman is a pharmacist, and I always tell you it doesn't matter what their profession is or how many degrees they have, because you have a lot of them in the professional class with the city girl mentality. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started below in the comments. Let me know what you think about this. Shout out to B. Russell, Eugene, Y. Cochran, Ronald, and Dark Power. Thank you all for your support for this channel. If you want to see more content like this, you can support this channel as well. The links to Cash App and PayPal, you can find them below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to like and share.